look at traffic from Sky Team 11 for you, and whether it's to or from work or other daily routines. We put a lot of miles on our cars. Census data shows that the average American drives around 10 to 12,000 miles a year. So what if each and every one of those miles you and I drive was taxed? Well, believe it or not, some lawmakers have proposed that, and it has some advocates speaking up. 11 News I-Team reporter David Collins is live in North Baltimore with that story. David.
Well, supporters call it a vehicle miles travel tax. As proposed in the state's transportation master plan, it would be in addition to and not replace the current gas tax. Although it's still more of an idea than reality, the opposition to charging motorists a fee per mile driven is as strong as road rage.
I think that in Maryland, there's a certain mindset among some lawmakers that driving is a sin and that it should be taxed to deter it.
I think that's just taxing the people way too much. We're already spending enough in the gas prices, and then you're going to charge me everywhere I drive. It's like I'm paying to leave out my door.
Maryland's master transportation plan contains an option for a vehicle miles travel tax. It was inspired by the desire to cut emissions and diminishing gas tax revenues. How to do it is a work in progress. A government-issued GPS is one of the ideas on the table.
It gives the government one more shot at knowing what I'm doing, controlling what I'm doing. You know, it's bad enough we have the taxes, but now they're going to know how far I drive and ostensibly where I drive.
Where are they going to find out that information from, and who are they going to give it to, and what are they going to do with that information?
Many drivers predict this will never happen. Too complicated to pull off, they say. But a handful of state legislators are so concerned about it, they introduced legislation just this year prohibiting the practice. But it died in committee. Lawmakers are convinced the miles driven fee would be on top of the gas tax and tolls, not replace them.
I don't see them replacing it. I think it would be in addition to, and what message does that send to people who've invested in economical cars, who've invested in hybrids and electric cars?
Other states are close to implementing it. The growing number of gas-free vehicles in California inspired legislation to charge 5 cents a mile. It would start as a pilot program in a to-be-determined city. Next year in Oregon, 5,000 volunteers will have mileage meters installed. They will pay 1.5 cents a mile instead of the state gas tax.
I think it needs more study.
More study may be the key. A 2012 report by the investigative arm of Congress found that using a GPS-type system may be cost prohibitive, and the same report cites privacy concerns. Reporting live from North Baltimore, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.